Hello, guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'll be talking about how anatomy is. So, as you all know, I'm just going to go straight into the video because the aim is not to make this video too long and boring. Yeah, the aim is to have fun while studying. Like I said, I'm filming in the night. I'll keep filming in the night till I get my mic because I don't want background noise to distract. So yeah, anatomy is taught in two ways. We have the regional anatomy and we have the systemic anatomy. Now, the systemic anatomy, that's how the nursing students are actually being taught anatomy. At some point back in school, I envied them when like imagine studying systemic anatomy. Don't get me wrong, I feel like it's easier than learning regional anatomy. As time goes by, you understand. For those who are already studying anatomy, you understand. Imagine you studying regional anatomy and then another person studying systemic anatomy. Like, bro, you actually dream of being the person studying systemic anatomy, and I'll tell you why. Then now, systemic anatomy, they're like, systemic anatomy has a more physiological approach than regional anatomy. Now, in systemic anatomy, they actually just they focus on the particular organ, not like it's not as they're not unlike regional anatomy that focuses on the location or the proximity. Systemic anatomy just focuses on a certain organ and they talk about what makes up that organ and how it functions. For example, the digestive system, the respiratory system, the integumentary system, the endocrine system, cardiovascular system, name it. They teach them in systems. Yeah, like digestive system, they just teach them what makes up the digestive system, how the digestive system functions. Now, moving on to regional anatomy. Regional anatomy is how the MBBS students, the anatomy students, the physiology students are being taught anatomy. Now, in regional anatomy, they teach us according to the location and proximity of the various body divisions. Now, for example, we have head and neck, which, by the way, I feel that's the most complicated aspect of anatomy, head and neck. But that's by the way. We have the head and neck, we have the upper and the lower limbs, that's like the hands and the legs. And then we have the thorax around the chest area. We have the pelvis, abdomen, perineum, and like that's regional anatomy. Now, let me explain further on regional anatomy. Now, regional anatomy, when they're talking about head and neck, they're talking about everything that has to do with the head and the neck. Like everything on this place. Imagine talking about head and neck, you're talking about the brain, you're talking about the eyes, you're talking about the nose, you're talking about the ear, you're talking about the mouth, also talking about the neck. And on the neck, you still talk about the throat, you still talk about the esophagus and the trachea and things like that. Unlike systemic anatomy will just focus on if it's a respiratory system, they'll just focus on how you breathe. They'll just talk about how you breathe, the respiratory system. That's all. Oh. But regional anatomy, they will talk about the eyes. Everything that is located in this part, they will now break it. And the interesting part about a bit the most bulky part about regional anatomy is that they will not just talk about the structures found here. Now, if they're talking about the eye, they'll talk about the structures found in the eye. They'll talk about the muscles that are around the eye. They'll talk about in this head and neck now. You will be surprised. You will be hearing like maybe 25 different muscles here, 100 different just in this head and neck. I'm not saying I'm just exaggerating, but I hope you get the point. You know where I'm driving to. But yeah, that's the thing about regional anatomy. They're talking about the upper limbs, that's the right. You talk about the bones that make up the hand, the muscles that make up this hand, the veins, the arteries, the nerves, the lymphatic drainage too of this just of this one hand. Like this, that's how regional anatomy. Unlike aesthetic systemic anatomy. Regional anatomy has a more functional approach than systemic anatomy. I'm not saying systemic anatomy is very easy. Oh. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. But for anatomy students that are being taught in regional anatomy, speaking for myself, I actually want to be taught in systemic anatomy because I feel like it's less bulky than regional anatomy. Yeah. Because after studying head and neck on like under regional anatomy, there's another branch of anatomy that is neuroanatomy. You still study neuroanatomy. Eh? Okay, now we're studying head and neck, we're studying upper limbs, we're studying lower limbs. Another branch of anatomy that is embryology. You now start studying how these bones were formed. At what stage in your mother's womb was this bone forming? At what stage in your adult life will the bones stop growing? Like, to be very honest, oh, let's leave that one. That's it. So that's the difference between regional and systemic anatomy. And for our nursing students, like this channel is for both sections, systemic and regional. In as much as an anatomy student, I'll be focusing on regional anatomy more. But then for my nursing students too, I'm here for you too. I will still talk on systemic anatomy. I think I'm going to create a series on systemic anatomy where I talk about the different organs. Then I'll also have a series on regional anatomy where I talk about each branch, not branch, each section of the body in anatomy. So now let's get it clear. For regional anatomy, we have head and neck, we have upper limbs, we have lower limbs. We have the thorax, we have the abdomen, we have the pelvis and perineum. These are like the different aspects of regional anatomy. That will be all for today, and I hope to see you in my next video. Please, guys, don't forget to support me. I'm just growing. Please, let's grow this community of fun anatomists, not boring anatomists. You get the point? So please don't forget to like, comment, share. Please share. Share. Biko, share. And also subscribe to this channel.